President John F. Kennedy peered into the television camera, youthful and solemn, prepared to address a nation charred by the blaze of racial discord. It was June 11th, 1963, and the president was about to deliver his most significant civil rights speech. Earlier in the day, the Alabama National Guard, federalized by the commander-in-chief himself, had escorted 2 black students through the doors of the white-columned University of Alabama, 7 years after the school's first black student departed, amid death threats and riots. Alabama Governor George Willis had vowed to stand in the doorway to block any would-be black students from re-breaking the color barrier, but that day a brigadier general delivered the president's orders to open the Tuscaloosa campus to all races. Willis begrudgingly stepped aside. 5 minutes later, James Hood, donning a dark suit and fedora, and Vivian Malone, wearing an elegant light-colored skirt and top, each 20 years old, strode peacefully through the doorway Willis had just abandoned. 5 months earlier, the Southern governor's fevered inaugural speech had drawn full-throated support from his Alabama constituency. I say segregation now, segregation tomorrow, and segregation forever. Today, Willis's searing rhetoric was cooled by the power of federal law and the persuasion of the nation's highest elected official. I hope that every American, regardless of where he lives, will stop and examine his conscience about this and other related incidents, the president told the country on Tuesday evening. The next week, Kennedy announced he would present to Congress a package of civil rights reforms targeting discrimination in public education, public facilities, and voting rights. A significant new provision would bar private hotel and restaurant owners from turning away customers based on race. Segregation forever had just been unwound at the state-operated University of Alabama. Kennedy would seek to unwind discrimination still rooted in private businesses across the country. No longer would the proprietors of local motels, diners, and movie houses be left to set their own standards regarding the customers permitted to walk through their doors. The president described nothing less than a massive rewriting of the nation's civil rights laws, and the slate of proposals he sent forth the next week to Congress would represent, in their sweep of scope and their specific detail, the most exhaustive reshaping of the nation's rules on racial relations since the Emancipation Proclamation had been issued a full century earlier.